Alright, so back to the bearded dragon here. She has gotten much better. She's already anxious for food and everything. See, she's still a little aggressive getting picked up out of the cage. But we've moved away from glove training because her aggression's been solved. She doesn't bite anymore. She just tries to protect her belly and moves away. But here's our Beardy. We've done petting and tongue feeding to get her to this point where she'll tolerate being handled and pet. But she's all excited for food because she's already seen them. Here you go. Then we give a little pet. Bearded dragons, water dragons, iguanas, much better than monitors at separating your hands from food early on. Very, very good at it. I don't know if it's that they have better eyes or what it is, but those species seem to be faster at separating your hands from feeding time. You know, you can separate feeding time from handling very quickly just by removing the tongs from the situation, and they'll still be as friendly and active as if you did glove training like I do with my monitors. Now, big monitors, large snakes, predatory species, they seem to have a little bit of difficulty because of their aggressive nature separating the hand from food and separating feeding time from handling time. So this is why the glove training and target training with the gloves was developed. I came up with that as kind of a solution to having such a strong feeding response in the beginnings. And then after the first year, you can slowly work the gloves away and you become the target and attention getter, and the tongs become the signal that it's feeding time. But having the gloves get some of their attention on you. I even use the gloves in the beginning with these guys. That way they know you're going to be feeding them along with the touching. Our Beardy doesn't tongue feed all the time. Only on particular days. We do have a feeding dish, a little sunk-rimmed feeding dish that keeps them from escaping. And we give them to her in that most of the time. Oh, one got loose. Any of them that get loose, I don't worry about chasing them down. She'll find them eventually. And she doesn't get overfed, so she's not likely to just leave him alone and let him live in the cage and bug her. Girl. Yeah, a little calmer about being touched when your belly's full, huh? Some Beardies don't take to tongue training very quickly. She didn't. We actually had to coax her into tongue training, which is honestly the first time I've had to coax an animal into taking food. But we just kind of held it in front of her and shook it back and forth like that. Made it look like it was trying to get away and teased her with it, and she started taking them. We had to do that every time for the first couple times. And then eventually she started to recognize the tongs. So yeah, just a little update on the Beardy. Thanks.